our first map, Corrode.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Loading on in.
XR.
We instantly see that SD on that waylay for clarification. NRVO Esports is starting on this defensive half on your left, as NRVO is starting on the attacking side on our right. Did see the double duelist play on Corrode last time around alongside this Clove, but I believe the Viper as well, if I am not mistaken. So nothing new here coming out from the side of NRVO. We do see
Maybe a tail.
Yeah, we did
Maybe
see
not.
Rebos, also known as Lou, hovering that Seho for just a moment in time.
Seems a little indecisive as to who he's going.
The bigger thing that I want to
Okay.
circle right now is Shaman on hovering the breach.
Oh,
I mean,
switching off to Yoru.
yeah, I was
Do they
about to
have a
say. I
comp?
was about to say.
Do we have the notes for their previous comps, or are they making it up on the fly?
I don't know, because okay, so here's the thing, right? Because the moment that moment the fade locked in, I realized, okay, they're not locking in this breach, and judging by the breach's past sort of general tenure at a competitive level, it's definitely not the best. We did see if you were following VCT Americas, Zelsis tried to play the breach on
Poor guy.
Breeze, and well, simply put, safe to say, didn't really work out too well.
It's a new map. Figuring it out, you know. But we'll see.
Yeah, but as we load into our first pistol, do see this heavy lean all the way over towards this A site.
No Senti to stop it. Both the duelists on that side, so this is gonna be a brawl.
First fight being taken by French, able to find the double. Lou stuck behind these boxes, and now that he's cleared out, Cordy gonna be able to help take him down. So a quick A hit and a quick A take.
Last player
Is going to be successful. Quirky alongside Cordy putting in the flawless. I mean, sometimes all you really got to do is just run it down.
Yeah, keep it simple.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Flash are going to be immediately buying up to that Phantom. I'm going to try to see if he can farm orbs over towards that dimensional drift. Alongside maybe a little bit of shenanigans. Shaman opting in for the Bucky this round.
Yeah. Hard stack on B. Gravor seeming to play it somewhat smart. Defaulting. Don't want to get trapped anywhere. Dog sees nothing. They're grouping mid. Slip might get caught.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a simple default of information. And with those two spotted, is going to be able to rotate over from that B site, but this spike still on the floor. It seems that they are just going to be making a bit of noise over towards mid. Pick that spike back up, move back on over towards the B site. But you do see this Viper, Akoi, has a shorty in hand, pushed up just a tiny bit over towards B main. So might be a little bit of trouble in the hands of Quirky. But with SD, with this marker going on low, and with no armor on the other side, it really should just be easy pickings.
Crunch coming into B main now. 2 players on main with a shorty. And the double out of Quirky. Gets them to sight. Not much they can do. Bucky in mid finds nothing. And they win the bonus.
Back-to-back flawless round. Always love to see him in the tab and just... It's very satisfying in a weird way. Just seeing the O2Os.
Yeah, the donuts.
All the donuts, I mean. But I mean, now that they have rifles going into this next round.
Hoping to change that. Knock on wood.
Again, seems like a bit of a similar play. See the spike is as that previous round. That spike is left over towards that same position, just on the deck, looking to make noise, a bit elsewhere on the map. However, SC with this Marshall has proven with aim in prior series
Ooh.
they're capable. Is that shot rings out in mid. Shaming to find the opener though onto Cordy. Smokes player down. Yes, it is the clove over towards middle, but it's not going to be able to reach anything.
Wow.
SC with the nice try. Oh, another.
Go main. Gets contact. Ball goes up.
Catch them.
In the blink of an eye, this is back onto a 3-on-3 situation.
Toxins going up.
Not a lot of
Toxin
map
screen
control
down.
out of the defense here. Choosing to kind of play it safe with their guns. Not wanting to feed any more than they already have.
I mean, you look at the mini map, that giant circle again, that is the radius of which this clove can smoke. It's nowhere. The best you can get is just one in mid. So when this sight hit comes out, there is no cover whatsoever outside of this lurk wall. Playing all the way back for this retake as well is Cryvor. So they are going to give up this site, but these fast rotates are going to come in. So as this time ticks away, this plant will go down uncontested.
10 seconds left. Spike planted.
As they are going to forego giving Quirky the Nightfall. If Quirky got that plant, they would have had the Nightfall online. But now, slowly creeping their way over through mid. It is going to be a Koi. Shaman with the quick trade. SD, what do you got in hand for us? Nothing. Shaman with a nice snappy 3K. Putting Cryvor on the board. It got a little bit dodgy, got a little bit scary, but I mean, when you got nice and snappy shots like that, there isn't really much you got to worry about.
Managed to claw their way back into that round from the 3v3. Lots of crazy Marshall shots in mid. Econ's going to look a lot more similar now. We'll see what happens.
Alongside that, Nightfall now being readily available. However, Lou on the fade, nothing that they can really purchase. Shaman might be able to drop him a Bulldog. It's going to drop it an Ares.
Ooh.
An intriguing buy over towards this A site, especially with the new changes.
Oh!
SD going to get caught by his doppelganger, Satella. How in the world are you finding two and surviving?
All grouped up now mid. Nothing happened on A main. Trades coming through. A dink.
Slip.
Almost 1
Player
HP.
standing.
That Ares coming through.
Spike down mid.
Would need the ace clutch here. Knows where Slip is, but not a single clue about a Koi. Question is, do they turn around?
Ooh.
Doesn't get caught. Knows that they're still there, looking for the fight to try and even it out. But Slip on such little
Toxin
HP,
screen down.
they are going to forego this site. And this could be an issue here. Slip will be able to hear this plant go down, but has no time to really get over there, and truly has a lot of time to be able to reposition, but deciding to just simply tap
30 seconds left.
and
Trying to
letting
make out
them
some
creep
kills.
forward.
Could have had one in mid there.
But with no one
Thanks for the
biting,
smoke through.
and with no toxins, it's going to be really, really difficult. But with that noise in mid,
Oh.
Okoye is going to hear that step going back into the smoke.
A wonderful
Putting
spam.
2 on the board.
No need for this.
Bits and pieces of sound cues.
Slip getting away on 1 HP. Barely avoiding the spam in mid. Made it a solid 1v2 on the retake there.
Still getting 3 kills. That is still a decent amount of damage into the Academy of Cryvor. You see that Okoye is staying on those regen shields from the round prior, but not a whole lot of money overall. across the board for either of these two teams. SD and Cordy with the hero rifles. Satella to try to hold back the storm, but it will be SD to back away, but these sheriffs over towards mid. Florentia with 2. Lou, what are you able to do? It's nothing. Gonna be able to find 1 for your money, but a couple clicks is all it takes. Florentia showing us just that much. The double with the sheriff over in mid.
Spike planted.
Basically winning the round right then and there.
Toxins
And
going
just
up.
a chaotic mid fight as Elquay doesn't spot the guy. Doesn't spot. Cleans up the round. Clean round.
I still don't know if you're meant to literally say or
Triple M?
MMM,
MMM?
triple M.
Can't be MMM. That's too many syllables.
Pull up the triple M.
So yeah, just a crazy mid fight. Nice 2K with a deagle coming out from Florentia, I believe,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken. Seems like they're putting more towards mid, but they have the read wrong. Stacks towards A. Lots coming down mid right now, as it seems like.
Yeah, 5-man walk down mid, but there's also a 5-man walk up through A. With all this noise being made, there is still this garden from Satella. It is going to be this 5-player blank, and with no sentinel.
Oh, Senti.
On either of these two squads means that you're gonna have to put a player forward to try and hold it. They might get a bit of a little bit of element of surprise. Cordy is going to step out wide and see all these players line up. Cordy with
Oh, wow.
It was against an anti-eco, but still.
Kill's a kill. Wins them that round.
I mean, that's going to build up a lot of confidence as well, just getting any sort of 4K spread out. I don't care. Like, if that's me, I don't care if I'm spraying down 4 people with the classic and no armor. That still feels great.
Scoreboard.
See if the confidence can still swing into this round. Slip still looking for his first kill on the map. We'll see if he can find it here.
5-man B.
But if he does, it's going to have to be off of some sort of retake or flood as, well, he's stuck over towards connector as these 5 players, Valencia, is going to be able to clear out this entire site with this dimensional drift. Has no idea of the player sitting in connector. With his Viper's Pit going down, there is a dimensional drift of Crivor Zone on the other side that is available, but with the convergent path exploding out now to try and take all the space that they can. It's ultimate abilities galore, magnificent ult round coming through. Shaman with the big trade onto SD. Alongside this Nightfall, all the ultimates being thrown out into play. But as the dust falls, it's gonna be Lou putting M's
Got to be kidding me.
into the 1 versus 2. I mean, unbelievable. The amount of chaos I couldn't.
That was about 6 ults. I don't even know.
So both dimensional
Who
drifts
your
of
ults?
Viper's Pit.
Viper.
Both
melee
waylays.
ults, that's 5.
Okay,
5
hold on. No. So both Yorus, that's 2. Both waylays, that's 4.
4.
Viper's Pit, that's 5. Nightfall, that's 6.
Nightfall,
Not dead
too.
yet, that's 7.
Wow.
Just casually throwing 7 ults out
7 ults
into
Oh,
a single
man.
round. But I mean, hey, a round win is a round win, and that is a big one to find, especially after investing all of that. SD knows that Satella is stuck, but just a tiny bit faster. Never Cordy with a nice trade all over towards mid, and it feels like, you know, these rounds are just immediately put into these 3-on-3, 3-on-4 situations within 20 seconds of the round. Less than that. Oh, Lou.
Oh,
This
no.
timing.
Oh!
No!
They don't see each other!
It's gonna be the spike! The spike's gonna get pinched! Oh Oh my!
Spike down A.
At least they're not going to be
Aware of
ready.
it. Where now?
No, Leo has absolutely no idea of this. He is going to turn
Enemy
around.
remaining.
Is going to get shut down, leaving a koi. It was a bit scary, but after a bit of reconsideration, as comedic as that timing was, ultimately does not lead to two. Oh no, he did not grab the spike.
Bomb. It's okay. They'll have time.
Yeah, this flank is still a go, and that
30
is going to give.
seconds left.
That is because this plant goes down later. That is going to give a koi time to walk all the way up through this. Although, as more time ticks
Spike
away,
planted.
they are going to have to be more and more wary of where he could be. He does hear the first footstep over towards the elbow. Finds the first shot, leaving it down to a 1 versus 1. Viper's pit in hand, but not really the situation you want to use it. As Florentia is going to wrap him all the way around. Akoi, are you ready for this? Gonna put the orb on the spike, but not ready for the wrap. Some scary scenes on both ends there, but it will be NRVO to come out with the round win.
Wow. What a close round. Could not squeeze out the 1v2, but it's okay. A-main timing there was... I don't know if I should say unfortunate or...
Diabolical.
Insane. Too many words to describe that.
Because although it was quite comedic, it unfortunately didn't amount to too much because there was still that player inserted over towards A main. Or the Koi with not but a sheriff in hand is gonna get ran down by SD. That's not fair, man. The trade's coming on through as the mid flood, well, a little bit successful. It is down to a 2-on-3, but you know, you were just kind of going into this round with the eco in mind, just being able to find a few picks. That's all you could really ask for.
Shaman, otherwise known as locking down Nathan, with the deagle. Can't find anything.
NRVO able to double up the score of Cryvor here early in this first map of Corrode.
Cryvor dealing with some econ struggles, it seems like this game. Can't really get anything going on those thrifties. Unlike NRVO. Getting some insane Marshall and Deagle kills in mid, but seems like they're just going to go 5A now. Keep it simple. That's what I like to see.
Keep it simple as... Deciding against it is, well, all this utility just jumped on top of him. SD with another first blood. So this Viper's pit over towards B main will all be for naught.
Don't miss me too much.
Satella can't weather the storm. Neither can Shaman. Every time they try to flood out, NRVO is just so on top of it. Every choice, every decision is in vain. As Akoi is left in a 1 versus 5 with a judge. It's another flawless round. I think it's just tradition now at this point. Any closer from that guy. I mean, he's sitting at 10-4, having a good time, playing with his food. Not a single player on Cryvor.
More econ troubles on Cryvor.
Yeah, more economy struggles. And not a single player positive either.
Oh, you have to call him out like that.
Well, I'm just trying to bring light, a bit of struggles here, but it is a tale of two halves. It's a tale of 5 potential maps as well. A best of 5. It is not a sprint. It is a marathon.
Oh, gets caught by the eye.
That's gonna be another first blood over towards NRVO.
On the ult.
Slip,
yeah. One tap needed. Finds it. Can he get another? Dodges the dash. Oh man, gets caught on the pinch. Shaman.
Shaman over towards the corner.
Can't find Oh, blinds himself. It's tragic. The
Last
flood out of
player
CT
standing.
doesn't seem to be working. The only buy out of Trivor.
Planted.
Oh my! Oh my!
40.
That.
Toxin screen down.
Last round
Oh
in the
my!
half.
Unfortunate.
I'm gonna chalk that one up to a save round.
I mean, I cannot. Again, mental after a round like that, just getting ran down and not being able to find the kill. Maybe, you know, hoping that. I mean, if you're able to laugh that off. I mean, because this game is not over yet. You can get this one. You can get a solid defensive round in, make it an 8-4 half, get pistol, get bonus, and that moves the current lead
Toxins
from
going up.
5 to 2.
I'll handle this. Cutting through.
Valencia, however, is going to be using this dimensional drift once again over towards this B site. Still, big ults to be able to flood in. Convergent pass alongside the Nightfall in this defense.
Nice and slow now.
All the space being taken over towards this defender spawn. Akoi is going to have a whole lot on his plate. How hungry are you, my friend? Going to be able to find 1 and 2. Still trying to go on for more.
My turn.
Down to a 3-on-2.
Last
Cordy
player
stuck
standing.
alone on this side, but Akoi is still just as hungry as ever. And with no time left, not
Cordy
dead yet,
can't
is
find
going to
anything.
fall.
The 4-8 half.
Boy,
Not
with
terrible.
a heroic 3K, especially finding those two over towards defender spawn.
Switching sides.
And this is exactly what I said. You come out of that half strong, off of a round win, shake off everything else that happened. You come in, you focus hard on this pistol round. You able to come out with a big pistol round win, get the anti-eco, boom, you're immediately back into the swing of things. This turns into a 2-round game. Especially in a composition where, well, it is almost a ditto. Swap the Clove for the Omen. There's a lot of similar strats that you can play. But the walls are thrown just a little bit differently. The lurk wall on this attack, instead of being thrown A main, is instead over towards middle. Not wanting to invest one of the smokes from Omen. Slip has disconnected.
Ooh.
Oh
Toxin
no.
screen down.
Gonna have to call attack, but the round already started.
No damage has been dealt. I'm not entirely certain of the rule book for that. Everyone just sitting back. But it just
Okay. Think they have to play it through.
alright.
Some confusion. Oops.
SD on this flank though.
Toxin screen down.
Slip is back though, but that's after the disconnect. Florentia over towards mid.
One
Just the
enemy
flank.
Has
remaining.
the pinch.
Oh. Very confusing
4K.
round.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, that's gonna leave a very sour taste in the mouths of this attack. That's going to leave a very sour taste. Because they sat down. They've thought, well, I mean, they sat down and said to wait. Players disconnected. Round already started. Not fully aware. Because the round had already started. And them just basically hands off the keyboard while
I need a
SC
drop.
and Fletcher just walk down and stab him in the back. I'm sure anyone would be annoyed with that.
Confusion out of both sides. Assuming.
But I mean, such as the thing, there's a
around.
gap. And there's a gap
Oh.
in the mid wall.
Bring them down.
It's now going into this with two sheriffs and a bandit. And feeling not the best. A bit of a timing over towards middle, though. That lets Shaman cross by undetected. I don't know if Satella was spotted either. Because with now that noise being made, Akoi is going to fall. this Bucky around on the wraparound. Not enough time for this miraculous timing to amount to too much. Shaman find the anchor on the site. And with all these players over towards mid, well, rather, 3 of these players over towards mid, a 145 dink. I'm like, again, they aren't feeling that great after that previous round. And then hitting a headshot for 145 and it not killing is only pouring salt in the wound.
Tell you.
It's 10-4 in map number 1 of a potential 5. And there's parts of me that would not be surprised if they might be thinking about the next map, not too far away.
Well, we'll see. Hopefully it is. Would love to see a comeback here, especially after the adversity that both these teams have had to face. Starting off with
my
a
gun buddy.
Ooh.
SD, still has the Bucky in hand, so we'll be able to swap up to this close corner combat along. Slow. So on top of everything, it's still getting shut down by a Bucky.
Last player standing.
With only 1 kill on your bonus round. The one that you should be winning. 11-4, timeout being called. And it feels a bit too little too late.
Yeah, well,
You
no
have
reason
the
not to use it, but
this is true. However, of course, you had a lot of opportunities in that first half to try to call a timeout, see what's going on, see what's happening, because the moment that you lose 3 rounds in a row and you move down to a 6 and the scoreline becomes 6-3, and from 6-3 to 7-3 to 8-3, it feels like then might not be a terrible time, but I mean, if it works, it works.
Yeah, a lot of mid-pins out of Cryvor here, trying to see. They have had a lot of trouble in that A-Link area with the Bucky. Hopefully they're trying to figure out some way to deal with that. There's a timeout is starting to wrap up here. We'll see how they posture in the pre-round, and hopefully they can get something going here, because they're gonna have to.
Because you're going into this with an eco. You're going into this in an eco. You got 3 sheriffs, a stinger, and a guardian on slip. Akoi might be buying. No, Akoi decides against buying up.
Clyvor just deciding to forego mid, just try and rush down B.
Time to jump.
I mean, you look at all these rotates coming in as well. I mean, all 5 of these players are just completely stuck. They know that it's physically impossible for it to be a mid split because of SD over towards a mid. So now Shaman and Lou are just left alone with no weapons in hand against the entire military.
Match point.
They tried to go for a rush, but you try to rush against this Viper. It's simple as put up wall, snake bite out, and that delays so long.
Especially with the mid control. With the way, like, coming out of A-Link, they knew it was B. They had it pretty much dead to rights.
They knew that they could focus all of their resources towards B main. So they could dump whatever they needed to. 9 consecutive rounds needed to force overtime here.
Can't say it's impossible, but very unlikely to say the least.
Toxins going up.
Playing it safe.
Dimensional drift could be the first step towards it.
Although there is a lot of rotates coming through, they could find something. If they
Oh,
decide
the
to
Euro
go
TP
close.
back over towards B main missed.
Oh.
It hit the wall. The smoke went out. A peculiar smoke. Yeah, missed. Put a huge gap in it. Forcing the double smoke out from 40.
Very.
Because there's still all this space over towards B main, and Well, it looks like it might be a bit of a lean backwards, but no one's clearing out the corner.
Can't
But
find
it's not getting
anything.
better.
Fake teleport.
And as all these rotates come in, the spike is gonna pick up their trail. Oh no, the spike's a little bit hesitant and coming back towards B late. Luckily enough for them though,
30
Shaman
seconds left.
is on a great round. Still worried about this mid space though, because this
Both
spike that
teams.
is down, that does just buy so much more time for this mid punish.
One enemy remaining.
Leaving SD in a 1 versus 5, a quick cleanup. Didn't even need to use any ultimates that time. 8 more now needed for the side of Crivor here
Starts
on
with one.
Opal's map pick.
That's all they need. It just starts with one. We'll see both teams that round looking very scared of mid. Nobody really taking in to that A-link, that stairs top mid area. Both teams very wary of it. Made the rotates very long. Crivor managed to sneak through bot mid at least with a Viper wall to get across, but looks like this round they've identified it and they're gonna try and fight as both teams with the spam.
SD with the operator here in connector though. Shaman's gonna walk directly into this. Oh!
Time to jump.
But Shaman is more on top of it. What a shot out of him. And with no realistic way to trade that.
Gotta be frustrating as the Odin spam as well.
My. That's your
Finds
smokes. That's your omen down. Which makes these floods so much easier. Especially with an Odin on the other side. You're not spraying through a smoke no longer.
Shaman trying to punish. Get spotted. Can't get him.
Bam.
What? Through the
Wow.
middle of the TP! Quirky finding 3 with the Odin. I'd be mad. Bit of an awkward duel.
Just
Lou
alert.
still comes out on top. This is a
2v2.
2-on-2 with effective 1-on-2 in the middle over towards this B site.
This Odin
Here's the
knows.
footsteps though.
30 seconds
Dangerous
left.
the whole
Quirky
round.
knows. Quirky knows this pit is still just 1 away.
I'll handle this.
Dimensional drift is going to be used to not clear out this position over towards heaven. Akoi is going to get ran down,
One enemy remaining.
but Florentia is just so on top of it. Akoi versus 2. Akoi versus everything. As the retake comes on in, it is a 13-5
Button. Save the day.
score on to
These
end
defenders
half
win.
number 1, going the way of NRV Esports Opal. How about that? I mean, again, like I said, strings of rounds, just continuous pressure from NRV Opal, being able to put. I mean, literally, look at the leaderboard.
It's just
That's
a
on
proper
that's
team deathmatch
unsorted.
there.
That's unsorted. 7 first
Wow.
bloods on SD. That's all I gotta say.
Mm-hmm.
7 first bloods on SD alongside what that is 13 first bloods for the side of NRV Opal.
Mm-hmm. Man, what a map. Came out strong, closed it out very well with the Odin and the op in mid, although that didn't really find much value. Quirky getting a very good 4K at the very end there. It was great to see.
Yeah, I mean, again, still best of 5. A lot
Very
of rounds
early.
left to be played. Don't go anywhere. We are going to be taking a quick 5-minute break. We'll see you all then. Welcome back to NRV Esports Circuit Season 4. A very, very commanding map win over on Corrode for the side of NRV Opal. But as we move on over towards Haven, a map that is very, very strong for Crivor. I'm interested to see if they're going to change anything and if they're going to approach it the same way. Of course, putting that previous map pick behind them, NRV Opal, very strong team on Corrode. But now that Crivor is in a more familiar position and a place that they are, that wouldn't be too far-fetched to say, a lot stronger on. Well, let's see if they can even out the score, even the tides. I think we are going to be heading into Aiden Select right here in just a moment over on Haven. Brilliant, beautiful 3-site map in China. Again, starting on the defense is NRVO Esports Opal. Starting on the attack is Privor Esports Shaman
With the
Reina.
Reyna.
Satella Phoenix. Curious.
And a potential chamber. Who's playing controller, guys?
This is my ranked lobby.
This is my a harbor.
I'm not even joking.
It could be. They could play anyone.
I'm slip right now in this position where I'm locking Sova and I see an Inselak, Phoenix, and Reyna, and then seeing the other people hover the other like Clove and Chamber, and they don't know, and they're indecisive on who they want to play. That's my ranked lobby right there.
Yeah.
We'll be seeing Lou go on the Omen.
Crivor.
If this is
like
Phoenix, Reyna, Chamber,
very puggy comp.
I think we know. Yep. Okay. So we know exactly what I think we all know what to expect here. A lot of very aggressive fights. A lot of aggressive fights. Maybe a tiny bit of overshooting, but I mean, I think I think the big thing that was really just stated during that in between map break was, I think, simply just we can out aim these guys. Like maybe we were overthinking it. We were getting pinched. There was a lot that we couldn't do. If we fight together, if we fight them together as a squad, especially on a map like Haven where you need to spread out your defenses a lot more thin than on a map like Corrode because of the 3 sites, especially the mid lurk, especially because of the mid lurk. If they're going to be constantly worrying about that, the fences are simply going to be thinner. We fight them together, we win together. That's what I think was going to happen, and we are immediately sat with maybe a potential A push. I don't know. Lou was covering that smoke over towards the fender spawn like it was going to immediately be thrown.
Seem like they're figuring it out as we speak. Looks like they're gonna lean towards C with the chamber TP there. Might actually be a bit of a slower round here. Or Stella's just AFK.
I don't think so.
Maybe a C split. That's what it looks like.
Cypher came is gonna spot one. A coin! I mean, what is exactly what as I said. And now all these rotates come in. A site wide open. But as silence erupts from the arena, Shaman's gonna be able to abuse the timings. As this A site's now wide open. That's exactly what I was saying. We're gonna be seeing a lot of aggressive plays. We're gonna be seeing just simple go out and aim diff. Slentia is left in a 1 versus 3 with the sheriff in hand. Try to do the nigh impossible. Good luck, have fun, my friend. Slip to use a jar to push him back even further away. I mean, throw a smoke on top of
right
it.
now. Gets the ping as well. And they're gonna send Stella to hunt, maybe?
Yeah, it would only make sense. Slip's gonna take the kill. I thought they were gonna try and intentionally give Satella the ult or the kill and the ult orb. Because it's Phoenix 101. Farm your ult and nothing else. It's such a smart, it's such a strong tool to be able to just take a hit. Because the whole point of it is that your teammates just bait you. But because it's the ult, but when you're in the run it back, you get the extra life. You move back to the position you previously were. It's a very strong tool to help your team entry into a site. And because it's only 6 ultimate points, you can farm it decently quick. Koi with a nice pick over towards mid. That's Rookie looking for just a bit of chip. Oh my!
With the right click.
Yeah, classic right click is balanced. Has a fatal in hand now. Might be able to do just a little bit of something, but as this Bucky slides out, it's getting so much more dangerous. Oh my!
Just simple economics. I'm kidding. I'm terrible with money. Now we start a
I
winning
thought,
streak
oh,
of our
okay,
own.
yeah, no, he got lucky, like classic, right? He got a lucky right click going
Yeah.
off, and then the entire rest of the team flooded,
Was already there backside.
and then before you knew it, everyone's dead.
Man, what a hectic
That is-
round. Really using that sight smoke to their advantage with the weaker guns. The right click.
That was pretty much
I'm out of here.
only the Bucky into that round, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was just the Bucky.
I'm out of here.
Koi training his aim over towards that
Watch the
C
AA fight here.
window.
Oh, 2
Where
kills
you-
on mid.
How about that with the Guardian? A nice trade, but Cordy's looking for 3. Nice shot out of a Koi, but Quirky has no idea.
Oh, he
of
check
this
long.
player
He's
that
got
is-
to check long.
Oh no, he does. Oh my! Oh, he sees him.
Barely. Oh, he lets him through, and they're aware. You're always gonna.
But he's gonna walk out and he's gonna see that they have Spike.
Or he
No,
doesn't.
he doesn't. They still don't know that they have Spike, but they do know this A-Lurk. So
Portal closed.
Oh, no,
missing
the
some
chamber.
shots. Care now this
Might
chamber
work.
in seat. Yeah. But now that he walks out, they know that they have the Spike. This is such a weird.
Such an
This is-
awkward round.
This is so
Last
peculiar.
player standing.
Jumping out of heaven, Valencia is going to be able to find it. A Koi
30
shot's
seconds
not
left.
landing, but the classic will. With no bullets left in the headhunter, and the only gun in front of him is just another classic. He might as well just give up his life.
Ooh, and a wonderful headshot there.
Yeah, I was surprised he got the headshot flick on that.
Did not need to get the headshot, but hey, if he wants to flex his aim, he can. What an awkward round on that A main push. The A lobby, players narrowly avoiding each other, letting each other pass, and trades down mid. I mean, any round where you lose your force and then go into the next round on a weird buy is just gonna be awkward at anyone.
Francesca with this outlaw in hand, Shaman the only one who is one shot to it, and here's the use to run it back. Gonna be able to spot the player over towards garage. Slip not ready for it. Maybe a bit of a miscommunication, but this plant going down despite all the chaos in front of everything. Shaman gonna be able to find it.
Very patient. This mid
Brilliant
fight going
timing.
on, man.
Brilliant timing on the drone.
One enemy remaining.
Possess settles. Who left? But
Oh, awful
the
timing.
timing. The timing. The timing.
Not what you want to see there.
But it is a nice, clean, solid round. They got 3 players still alive on the end of it. Time the game up at 2 apiece, alongside keeping a very solid momentum to this economy.
You want to play? Let's
Ah,
play.
had to go around plat, but they throw the lurk smoke. Can't get much value out of it. Finds a kill mid.
Back like I
Progress comes through.
Upping the not dead yet to try to get the information. They know that Satel's so close and will be able to revive themselves. Duelist down, main point of entry. Timing is going to go in Akoi's favor. All this noise being made though, Shaman's going to easily take that. Brilliant timing, just be able to pop on out.
Oh, and he missed
Yeah.
the top shot.
Missed op shot puts him in such a detrimental
Spike
position.
planted.
Take flight.
Well, who else to 140 dig?
dig. Tried to kind of go on a rescue mission for that op, but just realized it couldn't happen. It's taken down by the chamber op. Very unfortunate.
Tackside op in hand now, though. Over on Akoi having a pretty nice map, 7 and 3.
Keep forgetting how to say that
far.
guy. And McCoy.
Cam is going to spot
Oh.
this operator. And now that that gets shot, they know that there's at minimum 2. Still, it is just a pair of 4 sheriffs alongside a Bucky from SD. Satella with the opener. Drone coming out. SD got to push forward, but once again, these duelists are so on top of everything right now. Being so oppressive
Spike planted.
to anything. Oh, French. Gonna get pinched in from middle as well.
Oh, little 360.
Last player standing.
Still gets one for his money at the very least. But it is still going to be 3 players surviving going into the next round. Operator is going to be retrieved from by Shaman
Saving.
as the economy is booming for Cryvor, and well, you can't really say the same for NRV Opal. They still have a good amount of money to at least force their way into 5 rifles going into this round. However,
Yes, this should
they
do.
lose this one. They're left alone. They're left again in a poor position. Again, game of runs. I was talking about it earlier. I'll talk about it again.
Plant the spike.
Spots gun barrel of Cordy. But jump spot's just gonna be trading a little bit of information and nothing else. Spotted over towards long.
Joke's
Is
over. You're
going to be
dead.
Shaman, but again, let's run it back for the second time this half.
My camera is destroyed.
Coming out is just left all alone onto the Cypher to
Begins.
try and hold it down.
Spike
SD's
down.
going to be able to find Slip, and that's going to be the spike in the middle of nowhere. Neural Theft. To ruin this timing, they do have the Omen ultimate, though. So they can just shift on over. Oh my
Ooh, the
goodness, that
timing.
timing. That is something special. Gun barrel out, Cordy to shut it down. So now his silence emits throughout the map, and no one really knowing where
30
this attack
seconds
is
left.
trying to end. Question now really is, well, do they invest ultimate here? But with this
Teleport's
Omen
ready.
leaning all the way over towards C, it seems that they are just going to give it up, play the retake,
Watch your eyes.
and wisely so. And with just 10 seconds left, this
10
spike
seconds
can
left.
go down. Nice shot, but it leads to a quick trade. Akoi.
Fine.
Last player
Oh,
standing.
and a bit of a whiff.
Awkward. If he's able to find the shot, that's onto a 2-1-3. But this spike can just simply be stuck.
A nice try by
Alien back on the
Corey.
board is going to be NRV Opal, though.
Opal doing a great job just fighting behind their C-split, and that Phoenix
this
ult
is a nice
didn't amount to much. Este managing to back up
This goes here.
from garage.
Operator back into the hands of Florencia. Last time it was a missed shot into an instant death. SD jumping off at
Oh, he's too good.
another awkward timing, but yet again, it's another first blood for Cryvor.
C-split coming out.
Pardon them.
All the util getting done. What can do? He's getting spammed. There it goes. Quirky trying to help with the soul vault, but can't get even a tag.
And with no information anywhere, it's going to be so difficult to retake. Not sure what the nice shot, but with these players creeping up over towards the window, it's really just going to be who's got the faster aim. Quirky somehow
player
gets out
standing.
with it, but instant trade over from Shaman. And again, it's the out of the hands immediately upon purchase. Although that time it was because he was overwhelmed. Didn't really have too much of an opportunity to save. I mean, might have been able to throw a TP all the way out over towards spawn, but long smoke being thrown, and again, it's back to the eco for NRVO.
No
Corey's
peeking.
taking a half the amount of damage. Is SD
Go, go,
drone
go.
spots him.
Spotted.
Heads up now.
Nice
My
stuff
goodness.
there. Wow.
Spike is gonna go down,
Spike planted.
but with no weapons in hand, gonna use the dimensional drift to clear out everything. But Quirky is gonna be able to capitalize off of it as these sheriffs are doing so much. Hunter's Fury in hand as the ramp from Garage is a go.
Last
But with
player
no
standing.
opportunity to even use it, someone
gets two!
the Sharks start fighting too. But even so, it does not amount to enough. A thrifty round. It was just, I think, 2 Buckies
Not ready
and
yet.
3 Sheriffs thrown into the swing of things. I'm gonna be entirely honest with you. I had no faith of that round win going for NRVO, but they somehow make it work in a moment that they desperately needed. We might still be in this first half, but that was a very big momentum swing round.
Econs are finally starting to level out after being so very one-sided this game. If NRV can just get a grasp of this round, they could come away with the half.
SD, I like this play. Pushing past the smoke. Shaman's not
Yes,
getting ready for that.
Wow.
Sees a
Get a
third.
third.
Do you get it? Yes, he
Yes,
does.
Portal
Everything
closed.
falling to ash and dust. Fletcher looking for 4. He's gonna find
That's the
it.
ace.
No to the last stage. Looking for the ace. 5
bullets.
bullets left in the mag.
Send 5 more. We can do this again.
Locks it down in
You find it with the ace. How about that?
Exactly what
Miraculous
they-
round.
5 now.
Now the Academy's, well, Koi has the Tour de Force in hand, but Lou doesn't have a weapon on this Omen. He's gonna have to force
You want
something
to play? Let's play.
and Ares. Is the best that he can really do.
I get rushed. The Sova messed up his shot.
over.
He didn't put a bounce on it. The script stands. Can't really get utilized though as they just decide to retake the site here. Oh, this is bad, and it is. First blood from McCoy.
Take flight.
Frustration
Clove
there.
is still up with the not dead yet, so this is in a way a 5-on-5 retake. Paranoia to push back these defenses, but as Akoi hits the deck, that's the op down. So now swinging out wide, leaving the last 2 players
enemy
completely
remaining.
crunched, completely overwhelmed,
drone.
leaving Slip alone versus 4. And as this spike gets stuck all the way through, we find ourselves finally, well, not even, NRVO with
Last
the first
round before
lead.
the switch.
Denny Care
since
has you
2 to
today.
1.
Just spend all your money. Maybe buy a short.
Finally finding themselves back into the swing of things, back in control. Well, we're gonna have to see if Kryvor's gonna be able to throw him out the seat, throw him out the driver's seat, because 3 consecutive like that, in that way,
Revealing area.
just feels like that they are on top of it. 2 Silverdars are going to be traded out, but Shaman, once again, it's just so many first bloods still going in favor of Kryvor, despite what the scoreline might tell you.
All the way into A, Shaman just forcing himself into the defense. It's being such a problem for them, having to commit 2 people to the side of the map. Meanwhile, everybody else is still mid, and he might get more. Cordy doesn't clear it, and Este gets the trade. But there's nobody by him. He can't revive.
Yeah, Cordy's not going to really be able to do anything, and as this trip towards Garage gets broken, Akoi gets shut down. That's Neural Theft Online. 2-on-5 scenario now. They know where these 2 players sit. Flooding out by himself, Renchka. That's so dangerous.
Este's trying to run, trying to back him up. As the stun comes through,
One
the
enemy
ult,
remaining.
not much they can do about it. Comes out Garage and cleans it up.
Switching sides.
Esty, for the first time in the half, by the way, ripping the overdrive.
That's so. Wow.
It's the only, if I'm not mistaken, that was the only time that it was used, but I mean, it looked like Kryvor was in such a strong position during the middle of that first half, and well, I mean, you blink, and a 4-round string for NRVO puts them in the lead. So, I mean, this pistol still just as important.
Scanning ahead.
They can win both pistols.
You know, wiping down all by your lonesome.
Shaman's gonna get caught by this.
Cam.
No one there to punish. And these rotates coming out now. That was a bit of an over rotation. Now this A side is completely wide open. Now all you can really do is maybe try to get a little bit of damage off with some shock darts if you even got them in your back pocket. Plan to go down with an immediate flood coming through as well. The
One
drop
enemy
from
remaining.
heaven has slipped by 2. 1 versus 3 now. Going to find the first, but cannot get anything else. It was an important pistol round, of course, as all pistol rounds are, but both pistol rounds going the way of Kryvor. Let's see if they're going to be able to convert the anti-eco this time around. Two sheriffs.
Out of Lou.
Two sheriffs going into this round.
Go, go.
Decent amount of damage brought to SD, but such an advantageous position. Shaman gonna get out before he drops that gun. So with what should be an easy cleanup here into a tie game, things looking back on the uptick here for Kryvor. They're not aware of SD in the smoke though.
Wasn't ready for it.
Take this.
So that is going to be at
Last
the
player standing.
minimum 1 sheriff out of the equation that can immediately be picked back up as we find ourselves tied at 7 going into the bonus round here for Kryvor. They still got a good amount of firepower to do it. They got this outlaw. That could be very, very dangerous, especially when you look at the fact that 2 of these players on the attacking side still only have light shields. Alongside the Vandal, 2 Guardians. And alongside the wild card that is the Bucky. But what I'm interested in is they're positioning this Bucky over towards A long on the Sova.
Let's see what they try and do there is they put 3. He's going short. He's just going there after the dart. Lou gonna have a lot of work to do here if he wants to try and keep the site together. And he gets spammed through the smoke. Man, could not think of a worse way to go. Completely losing the site as all the rotations come through. But Opal's freezing.
You still have an outlaw posted up on this A long position, so you don't need to over-rotate. Like, it's simple as. No one needs to do anything that they don't have to. Shaman gonna creep out now and get caught out by Esty, so that pick alone is going to be the go-ahead to just slam down onto the site. Satella to try and play the hero, but Esty to deny, and well,
Spike
disastrous
planted.
round goes from bad to worse, leaving just a Bucky and an outlaw trying to retake against 5. Slip does well to find 1, but SD with the 3K getting the overdrive online. But now this defense is going to be able to buy in with all of these rifles.
That's a good spot.
Alongside the run it back, we're probably, if I had to assume, we're probably going to be seeing that for a lot of flood retakes. I'm talking second that they hear the spike starts to be planted, flood. Pops ult, pop ult, flash out smoke, flood through, teammates follow in behind. Shaman getting a bit dangerous over towards short, but ultimately remains unpunished. And that's a big pick to find because that is going to be this weapon upgrade now. Looking to try and get the trade, but now that leaves Satella stranded in nowhere. SD with 2.
Cutting their vision.
Went for the weapon upgrade, but instead of tucking long, they stuck themselves into short. Shaman to try and walk in, but is able to find one.
With the lurk.
That is a big
Lurk calling Quirky back.
And he's intentionally making noise. That's gonna make this Omen walk all the way through. Are you expecting this? They're ready for the possibility of someone being front B, but not all the way in! No! Oh, delete the VOD. Scrub it away.
Still not a unwinnable position here. Clove smoke's not going to be of any use.
Quirky's got to be the one. He's got to push all the way forward as this from the shadows is going to move all the way forward. He's going to be able to fight it. Cancel
He canceled it!
What in the world? Panicked and then canceled, not realizing that he was right in front of him. The only way. That is, I mean, my goodness. You want to talk about shenanigans? I got you shenanigans. You want to talk about? I don't even know how to word it. That was unbelievable. Either so, the next round always arrives.
Plant the spike.
Need to shake off that blunder.
They found my trap.
Trip broken on front B, SD. First blood, I think. If I'm not mistaken, I think he might be up to somewhere around 11 this series between these first 2 maps. Shaman alongside Satella doing a brilliant job of playing off of each other over in Garage, though. So as this smoke goes down, that is going to be weapon upgrades alongside a nigh impossibility of being able to really retrieve this spike.
Anyone else?
Big pick over towards middle, though, on that lurk. So now, oh my goodness,
Heads up.
2v2.
spam is through. But they know of this Phoenix ult. Just trying to fight
seconds
through.
left.
The blind out as well. 2-on-2, they both players know where they lie.
Last player
Leaving it to the 1
standing.
versus 1. Florentia cannot get it done. Satella to keep it alive.
This is crazy. I
Keeping
feel
this
like we've
game
been doing
within
this
one.
forever. Anyone else feel like that? Just me? Okay.
Very back and forth half here as the rounds are coming down to the wire. Even econ, although looking a little shaky out of nerve here with the lights and the regen shields. And a deagle. Ooh, not great, but I suppose he is lurking, so it's fine.
Nowhere to run!
Hunter's Fury to go out, leaving Shaman with nowhere to go. As SD with another first blood. Take a shot every time Messi gets a first blood. You might die. You might die. Please don't do that.
Take a sip.
Spike
And
planted.
we wasted.
I mean,
Revealing area.
it is always just SD in the middle of the leaderboard. Every time when these rounds starts. But even so, it's not about how you start a round, it's about how you finish.
Last player
SD alongside Florentia, still
One
back to
enemy
back.
remaining.
The spray is awkward, leaving Satella versus 1. And the timing is there. A 2-on-3 conversion with such little HP to both of their names. Hitting double digits, a 10-8 lead. As we start barreling closer and closer towards the end of regulation.
Cage trigger.
5-man lean over towards this A site.
Lucky
Site
could be
smoke
lethal.
out. Throws up with a fucking hand. The stun is there, but knows that it's a clone. But asking once again, it's another first blood. What is it? I legitimately think he's at 14 right now in 2 maps. It is unbelievable the things that he is doing right now.
You had your fun. My turn.
Not dead yet. Gonna use pop to effectively confirm the round as this flank watch should be. Oh no, not again. Oh my days, not
Last
again.
player standing.
It will be contained. As that is 2 in a row for Nerve Opal, putting them 2 rounds away from match point. So 1 round away from match point, 2 rounds away from the win. All right. Do you think SD, if SD takes the first engagement, do you think he's winning it? Is he just that on fire right now? Do you
He's
think?
got to be feeling it at this moment. It seems like they're just going to run it down A again, which is the weak side.
The only one to try to hold it down is going to be Slip. The rest of these players are so far over towards the other side. Shaman, however, is going to spotted.
By the cam. Has to respect it.
Yeah. Has to. When this player over towards heaven, you know who's going to be the first to walk up? It's going to be SD, baby.
We've got to spectate him.
Well, it's a silent rotate over towards the safe site, though. They seem to be aware of it.
Go, go, go.
Walking out now, going to spot the head of Slip.
Oh,
He's the one that's going to answer.
Still in sight.
Somehow fighting 2 out of that is Shaman to collapse on top.
1 enemy remaining.
And a brilliant hot hands. You see that? Laid it perfectly within that sight smoke that players love to dabble around inside of, forcing anyone inside out of it. That's a brilliant combination of utility right there. Of the smoke alongside the hot hands.
We're not out just yet. Only a 2-round differential. Still a very close game. It's Este with the Bucky this time.
What was that sound effect? Did you hear that?
I did hear that.
I've never heard that before.
Fast grass fight. One's right back after getting pinged. Oh, they're down mid. Nothing comes from it though.
Using some of this utility to re-clear through mid. Shaman spotted. This SD. This Bucky might be able to collapse onto Satella, but just a little bit faster is the Phoenix. Who's stuck on this default position, deciding to hold on to his paranoia after hearing these noises of steps going away. Florentia, a massive, massive pick to find over towards middle.
Thirty seconds left.
Flip is going to spot the back of the head of Florentia. Might just wait for him to walk in, but decides to pull the trigger. 3-on-3 scenario now. Spots one, knows where the second is. It's really just the big question mark of where this Cypher lies, and he might just get picked out, and he does, but not before finding one of his own. The Sova drone is going to clear out one, but where this Clove lies is unknown. Could have repositioned. Cordy is going to get blinded in the back of the site. Now they know where both players are, but with the double swing coming through, once again, NRVO putting themselves on map point.
Match point.
As we hit my favorite time of the match, it's crunch time. Final 3 rounds of regulation. The heavy advantage over towards NRVO. 3 consecutive rounds needed from Cryvor to put this thing into overtime. See if they're going to be able to scrounge something up. Again, slip, Bucky in hand. Trying to do it. Shaman trying to get aggressive, but SD is even more aggressive. Satella with the flood, trying to do his best. Will be able to even up the numbers. As Slip with the Hunter's Fury over towards Long. Nice shots to find, but Lou just cannot convert. Does settles 3-on-3. Slip with a Bucky in prime position. Calls the bluff of the Clove.
Spike down A.
How about that? A heroic opener into a heroic trade into a heroic collapse with a Bucky, of all things. Truly anything goes here in this game. But Satella going to be able to pick up another kill.
Game continues.
Now, there's not really big ultimates online for this defense. You used the run it back last round. You used the Hunter's Fury last round. You don't have the Tour de Force either. The 3 biggest ults in terms of what's really going to change the round, generally speaking, is out of the equation for what is very heavily likely these next 2 rounds and last 2 rounds of regulation. So the question is, how will they adapt? Hunter's Fury to try and put it away is going to get tags onto 2, but no kills. SD with just a classic in hand.
Yeah, Nerve on the Eco. They're gonna have to get risky here.
I didn't even realize this Bucky is going to miss, as the trades from Shaman are so strong, playing for the last round of regulation.
1v1!
1v1 actually. A goal!
He gets it!
Can't do anything! They went in with nothing but classics, and they come out with a map win!
And again, and a bunch of
A 2-0 series lead for NRVO. I'm sitting here stunned. thinking there's no way they come out with it. SD with 6 first bloods. So for those of you who are counting, that is 13 in 2 maps. This is LeBron numbers we're talking about. Oh my days.
Wow, what a map.
Well, we still have, at the
One more.
very least, one more map. I do believe we are going to be going to a little bit of a break. Lot of chaos in the latter half of that map, but don't go anywhere. We got Sunset coming up next. Welcome back to the NRVO Esports Circuit Season 4. Chaotic ends to a chaotic map. SD is still doing SD things, and that's pretty much all that's pretty much all I really have to say right now. Of course, still a lot of great fights put up. You know, Ikoi, Shaman, both having 4 first bloods apiece. Moving on over towards Sunset, a map that Cryvor has played twice in playoffs, or 1-1 on it, and that one win came in overtime. So we'll see if they're going to be able to resolve themselves, because they have to dig their heels in the dirt, because they simply are not allowed to take no for an answer. They are playing with no lives left, with no second chances. They need 3 consecutive map wins in a row, of which, if they win Sunset, they go to Bind. They've only played it once. They lost on Bind. If they go 5, and if they win Bind, they go to 5 all the way over to Abyss. They have not played Abyss at all in the bracket stage, while Opal has played it thrice and has a flawless record on it in this playoff stage. A very strong map for Opal. If Sunset goes their way for Cryvor, the next 2 maps ahead of them, on paper, strictly speaking, on paper, is definitely a little, at the very least, a little bit more favored towards NRV Opal. So they've really got to be able to dig deep and honestly prove me wrong, because I love being proved wrong. I love when people coming out. I love when teams come out and surprise me, and that's exactly what I'm hoping to see here.
Yeah, Cryvor in a bit of a hole here now. Obviously, like you said, down the maps. Gonna need to obviously make some changes here, and hopefully they're talking about it. I mean, so far from the past 2 maps, I mean, Cryvor seems like a very, very, very fundamentally sound team. They try to leverage that with their comp on Haven, having a lot of aggressive agents with the Chamber, Reign of Phoenix, but just could not get any weaknesses out of Opal. They tried to find timings, they tried to run it down, and Opal just had an answer for no matter what they did. So either they buckle down and run it down harder and hopefully find some openings, or make some drastic changes, and we'll see how it is on Sunset.
Yeah, they got to buckle down and slam it on the gas, or they're walking home. So I think we are getting almost ready for this next map, if I'm not mistaken. But I mean, either way, yeah, going to Sunset. 1-1. Like I said again, Cryvor 1-1 on Sunset. That 1-1 coming in overtime. However, NRV Opal is 0-1 on Subset in this playoff stage, both upper and lowers. And you know, that one loss, I don't remember the exact score line, forgive me, but I'm intrigued to see if they're able to step up, if they're able to, you know, come out swinging, because I think what's going to have to happen here is, again, game of runs. That first half on Haven ended with a 4-0 run for NRV Opal. They need to get they need to get into it. So we are going to be heading over into agent select. As I realize, my client did not actually properly load me in. Don't worry, I still have a feed. I can still I can still cast. No worries.
Uh-oh.
We're chilling. We
All
are
good.
chilling.
All good.
Yeah, I had to reset my router for a moment. I guess that my Valorant did not really enjoy that. But either way, we are going to be seeing these picks come on in. Again, on the right-hand side, the attacking side, that is NRVO. On the left side, the defending side, that is NRVO Esports.
No Sentinel out of Crivor. Seemingly. Oh, and I might be mistaken. There it is. Chambers on both sides, cloves on both sides. Near mirror comp, with the exception of the duelist and one initiator. As we get into the map.
Loading in now. Again, we do see a bit of a change. We see our favorite we see him pivot, playing the side for that last map. Now is playing the clove. Getting into the swing of things here over towards, well, seems to just be more of a general default, if nothing else.
Crivor doing a usual A take with the breach, it seems. And Opal just trying to avoid that. Lots of mid pressure, immediately going for the door break and the top mid smoke. Chamber gonna have to get pressured back off the TP on A main. And just like that, Crivor do not have anything as they attempt to replay mid here.
Yeah, Koi now stuck on such little HP, and now the realization coming in, guys, there's not a single person, not a single soul, not even a single piece of utility anywhere near the A site. So Cordy to try and take the first duel here. Will be able to find it alongside Florentia over towards Elbow. And as this plant goes on down, it's not looking very great right now.
So difficult
For the side of Crivor. They had decided to go into this breach that, you know, has always been a bit of a toss-up pick. We'll see how much it might be able to play off through the entirety of this map, as unfortunately at the very least on the pistol is not going to be found. Este with a flawless, well, providing his team with a flawless, getting a 3K on the round with a ghost. How about that?
Immediately going to that judge buy here. Things are gonna get really weird. With the note in, or is he trolling?
I like it.
Ah, Vandal.
Boo!
Boo! Boo!
It's time to buy even lighter.
Ooh, yeah, with the bulldog.
Blue with the classic in hand.
Ooh. Fat fingers the jump, maybe?
That is going to be the first blood. Going to the hands of Opal.
Looking for a fight. Sala gets caught. Check your corners. He finds it.
Enemy remaining.
Timing is very awkward, and that will be at least a bulldog out of their hands. So I don't think. Okay. Decided to trade the judge.
Yes.
Decided to trade the judge in favor of the bulldog. Zeste I mean, just buy a Bucky. Why not?
Yeah. Looks like Nerv's gonna go into this A main hit. Normally very strong against or with clumps, with the breach, Satella with the judge. It could get ugly. Gets blinded though. Gets one and everybody else is terrified. As Satella goes back. Lou fights up with the Vandal. Decides to play it safe. Gets tagged up in the meantime. As they get past that A main space. Antia poking around. This is unfortunate though, because Okoye up B main. No one on the defense is gonna move an inch here. Top mid smoke and a dog comes through as they break the door. Nothing found off the spams. Potential B main duel here. Chamber v chamber. Okoye gets a tag and TP's away.
Yeah, just a couple of, just a trade of a little bit of information and also just a tiny bit of damage with not a crazy amount being dealt.
30
This flash
seconds
unit
left.
from Florentia gonna blind himself partially, but still win the fight against Lou.
Shaman coming here with a very deep flank. So they all could run into the judge.
And with only 13 seconds, he's really just got to play back, play time, but instead
seconds
swing
left.
into it. Satella's going to fall.
Smokes the trip.
Spike
Narrowly
planted.
dodges it. Do they know it's down though? I think they do.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, more than aware. A big heads-up play out of NRVO. Being able to convert their bonus round with flying colors at that. Okoye's just going to walk away and save.
Nerve Opal here, walking away with some pretty good guns. Cordy's gonna stay with the outline, with the Bulldog. Doesn't seem to be looking to grab anything else. Unless they find Okoye. Near miss there. Could have gotten his Vandal out.
Gun here.
We'll probably give that to a teammate and go with the Headhunter, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think it's just a bit of unlucky scenes. You know, so many of those players were tagged so low that even like one more pellet from the judge, not even a slug, just if one more pellet connect from that judge on Satella, he kills two. Simple as. And that would have been an entirely different round. But nonetheless, still need to move on forward. Cordy gonna be able to shatter the mirror of his own self in mid. Uh-oh.
Bit of a mishap there.
Bit of a mishap
Conflict
in D,
control.
but I mean, it's not of
planted.
too dire consequence, as no one else is really able to capitalize off of it.
Bad luck.
And with all of these sheriffs and other doodads that have not the strongest weaponry in the world being immediately cleaned up, I mean, that stage is playing with his food at that point. It's going to be a quick 4-0 start
Please do not mistake
for
my
Nerve
smile.
Opal.
I take this on.
Coming out swinging here. They're up 4-0, but not only that, only 2 of them have died. Very strong rounds, and their econ is probably just beginning to snowball. As Cryvor is just hanging on by a thread, barely being able to squeeze out a buy here. Seems like they're going to be going for a mid push here, trying to mix things up, but unbeknownst to them, Opal wants to go in main.
Where are
Might be much weaker than they're used to. In fact, it's a fake. And it pulls the big guys away.
Yeah, Koi's
Chamber
left
is-
all alone over towards B. But now, players are going to be rotating back on over. So, really just net neutral. Or rather, a net positive for NRVO. Because they're able to get that dimensional drift in hand. However, Shaman finding the opener on accordion bottom mid. This dimensional drift will come out to clear out this entire site that, I mean, is already a barren wasteland of no real human life.
Question is, can Akoi find anything through it? Gets caught instead.
Este, unbelievable shots out of him. Jim with the quick
Spike
trade, though,
planted.
in terms of numbers. I'm not sure if they're fully aware of Este being in such a position as this. Satella, however, does not care. Just diving on through, diving on in. As things now get dodgy, it gets weird, it gets
Last
awkward.
player standing.
Este
Last player
need to do
standing.
so much,
Ooh.
but is eventually overwhelmed. Crivor in the first round on the board. Clean retake. It was expensive. 3 players hit the deck, but I mean, I'm not. I mean, at this point in time, you're not really worrying about that. You should, if I'm not mistaken, a pretty solid economy. All
Easily
things
buys
considered.
here. In fact, they decided to go for the op here. Actually, out of Cordy. Attack op. Bound to be interesting this round. Just a
Blue
matter of
can't
where they
afford a
play.
weapon.
Ah.
Shaman can force it with lights.
Shortcut.
Big momentum swing round in terms of mental, but
Ooh.
I mean, instantaneously 2 players falling in mid.
Immediately shut down as Satella walks up A main though. Gets the info at least. Koi.
But
They found my trap.
when there's so many players on the other side ready to meet a Koi.
It's gonna take a miracle and then need more. Gets one. It's exactly what they needed. Going for- Getting greedy?
A nice job getting greedy for 2, and I mean, he's done more than enough finding 2 in a situation like that. However, his teammates, the flank trip got smoked. So they're not aware. They're not ready for Satella.
They aware of the op?
In a position like this, he has the conversion pass,
Player standing.
but he uses it just a bit too late. Cordy to be able to explode out. Now left down to a 1 versus 1. It's playing so
Yes,
open for him. Satella with 3. He should be able to retrieve that op in the backside as well for his team.
Oh, and-
Brilliant clutch.
They want it.
As I did.
They want it? Yes, he
They
will.
do. Wow. 2v4? 2v3?
2v3 that was.
Yeah. Ooh, man.
Huge momentum swing. Cordy's going to be investing the tour de force this round.
I start to balance out as well. But good ults out of nerve here. So
You want to play?
a little bit
Let's
scary.
play.
Still interesting economy here for Crivor. You gotta remember the rule of 3s. As long as 3 players stay alive, you have enough money to purchase the 2 players that died. Shaman to get spammed down the smoke, but alongside this support
Spike
in the
down
back
B.
line,
1 enemy remaining.
Akoi alongside Satella.
I'm not cleaning this up.
Locking
I mean,
the
it's-
site down.
I
Wow.
mean, it ends that round before it could even start.
That's such a shame for Nerve 2, burning 2 of their probably some of their best ults here. Still hang on to that fade ult though, but man. Este barely just getting slammed immediately as soon as he pops that neon ult. Doesn't get anywhere with it. Tragic.
I'm out of here.
Looks like they're going back to their A main pressure.
Shortcut.
They're gonna commit to it though.
Teleporting was off over in mid. SD.
Slipping a
Being
very
forced back
big do or
away.
die position. He's in the corner. They know he's there.
Yeah, he can get a fault line back on out, but really all he can do is just try and delay just a tiny bit. SD!
Face your fear!
Bit of shenanigans going on about. Satella with an ample trade, but trying to flood in through the smoke. Completely denied.
Destroyed.
Spike planted.
Flank strip being broken to put some sort of eyes over. Shaman trying his best to walk out,
Last
but will
player
get caught.
standing.
Koi left in a 1 versus 4 scenario. If he's able to get 1, maybe 2,
Ooh.
it would be beneficial for him. That's a good amount of damage. Again, like I said at the beginning of the round, rule of threes, you want at least 3 people alive to be able to purchase the other 2. But it seems it would appear I underestimated the general economy that they had there. They still have more than enough to really buy the rest of their squad.
Already getting
Shaman's left was just a stinger.
Again, 2 times now. I think maybe the 3rd time if you include the chamber ult. They're using this attack operator. See if
Yeah, I
it
mean,
amounts
if
to
it works, it
anything.
works. If it ain't
Yeah.
broke, do not fix it.
Nerve again with their A main pressure, although they're gonna walk up into it. Cordy finds the op kill.
That's for the 2nd time this map. Cordy is able to shut down his chamber equivalent to start out the round. As we find ourselves at a 4-on-3, but with no
No peeking.
space anywhere. All you can really do is play contact. Your Neon to run out and, you know, run around like a maniac to clear out all the corners is gone.
My turn.
So Satella is able to find one.
Get the res off there. He's gonna have to run it down almost with no regard.
Yeah,
to his
it's gonna
life
be.
and teammates.
Yeah, it's just gonna use it generally as
Oh!
a clone.
Potentially could have gone the kill there, but just decided to hang it up.
Who's next?
Yeah, they didn't want to exactly give them a rifle, but they already had rifles in hand, so both of these players are going to be spotted. This Rolling Thunder going to be used, but it's not going to hit a single soul.
One enemy.
So Florentia is able to just easily pop out of the smoking market. Alongside Cordy with the trade, or the follow-up rather, doubling up the score of Crivor. Nerve Opal on one heck of a run. The score 6-3 is, I think it's just gonna have to be a save for Crivor in this defense.
Nerve starting to run away with it there. Crivor showing a little bit of life there with the little 3-round run a couple rounds ago, but starting to peter off, and so is their economy. Cordy still hanging on to that attack operator. But Okoye. My goodness, what a mid push. Doesn't amount to anything though.
I'm out of
Nerve
here.
goes for the reclear.
Gotta go.
Could be a big fight out of Shaman to level out the round off of the dog as well. Oh, Nerve just takes a main.
Blue
Last
trying to
player
find his way
standing.
through the smoke, but
Ooh,
I mean, every opportunity is just smothered before flame can even spark.
If you are not doing
Nerve
well, keep
Opal on.
trying. You must
We're moving down into the last 2 rounds of the first half, and I mean, very big potential for. Well, I don't want to cast or jinx it or anything, but I mean, it's just the way that they've been playing right now. On pace for absolutely a 9-3 or potential, or maybe an 8-4. Fully buying into this round, forcing up every little thing that they can is Crivor.
A must
They
win
fall
here.
here. They fall. They don't have anything to go into this last of half.
Yeah, completely alone in A main. Getting pinched, finds one, runs around. The Bucky finds him. Nicoy with the Guardian.
I want to ease.
His Nerve gets on
Yes.
site. Running through this market smoke. Oh, nearly gets the timing on the fade, but they decide to bring it back.
They know that because the Clove is dead all the way over towards A main, that there's no smokes available. So this operator can really just shine with nothing else that they can really do. And I think they might just have to try. I think they're just trying to get a mid-market wrap because they know that these ultimates are going to come out, and they know that 2 players over in market are going to be deafened. That allows this player in mid to speed up, and again, no smokes available, so Cordy with this operator is able to thrive. And when they least expect it, gets stabbed in the back. 8-3 is the score.
Last round in the half.
No wrong is coming out of here. Simply no wrong.
It's a lot of confidence out of NRV Esports here, especially Este just walking up A main by themselves, facing 2 players, nearly escaping with his life.
I was stunned. I don't know how they don't just get pinched and shot in the back of the head.
Yeah, looks like they're gonna commit to this, or not.
I'm making
There
a ton
you
of
go.
noise. Done that play
Walking up.
before.
Yup, conditioned now. It's Cryvor, not sure what's going on, although they're down mid.
No more.
And Lou almost with heroics. Shannon breaks the trip early.
Spike planted.
Attacker obtains on the A-Link side. They might try to fight it.
I mean, they have absolutely no info about where these players really are, but Shaman is just gonna say, hey, I'm right here.
Enemy remaining.
Just swinging out wide and you just blink in just a blink of an eye. Just completely shutting down, practically retaking all by himself. It's an 8-4 half going into it. Cryvor, I mean, it's a good finish. Let's see what they can do on the flip side of things, though.
Yup, series point here. Down at the half. Hopefully they can collect themselves and try and bring it back.
See if big lean. Big B lean. You got a Koi. The only one to try to make some contact over towards mid. And this trip's not down over towards A. So SD has an opportunity to try and do something here, but maybe a bit of a quick trigger finger. Shaman the first to hit the deck alongside the support in the back sight, and it's just so beautiful.
1 enemy remaining.
Not a single chance in the world. Immediate flawless pistol round for the side of NRVO. Winning, if I'm not mistaken, is currently 4-2 on pistols this match in the best of 5.
Wow, yeah, just Cryvor
Making
just
their case.
immediately getting crunched. Ugh.
Making their case to try to put it away at a 3-0 sweep.
Yeah, Opal just being able to just immediately rotate and doesn't even get punished by the chamber lurking mid there.
No peeking.
Door closed immediately as Cryvor tries to make something out of mid. Quirky, a little bit on an island here, could get caught out. Flash. Comes through. He knows it through, goes for the spam, has to respect it as he's by his lonesome. Completely by his on his own. Almost gets dived on, and they have the top mid space. Quirky kind of pinched as they squeeze A main.
So you'll be ready for Satella in the position, though. Yes, Satella unable to hit the shots. Shaman will, though. A much needed force buy into this round that they really have to convert. Shaman with this Guardian, we saw them use it in the last round of the first half. to just completely dismantle to just completely take a retake into his own hands.
Last
Might
player
get caught
standing.
out here, but it is going to be this Guardian do so much. Akoi with the trade. It's a great force round win. Put themselves back on the board. 5-9, still not the furthest away. We've seen crazier leads come back from.
And a great just A split there out of Crivor. Pushing Fade all the way back into their spawn on the B side and then just immediately pivoting and crunching on that A-Link side to get the site for free.
Bring them down.
You see this walk down over towards their main. Yeah, Akoi is
That's
going to be able to
punished.
shut down SD. Smoke over towards mid. That's going to let them creep out on the other side. Do they get punished?
Where are you?
Yes,
Oh,
they
and
do.
Akoi finds a
Quirky
Slowing them down.
with just a classic in hand. Satella
I'm out. Refreshing.
recall. That's
Goodness,
fight.
I
It's
didn't
in the
the smoke.
4-3 situation. However, still no way to really retrieve any of these weapons. There is the one top mid that was not picked up earlier in the round. Slipped to even up the numbers. These Guardians are really going to be able to just quite easily put in a lot of work.
And the spam coming through. Quirky in the corner. Very much aware, but a right click could save him.
30 seconds left.
And just backing away there. Bro, even they're terrified of him. And I would be too, but now this wrap over towards
Enemy
Market.
remaining.
Gonna be a
with two.
Down
and now
B.
the last player is straight in the middle of nowhere with only 15 seconds left. He's thinking a long way. He can't plant. There's no time.
10 seconds left.
How in the world have you blundered that? And now with no time,
I have the
they
spike.
know he just simply has to live. How do you do it? Akoi thought he had way more time than he did.
Trust me,
And
simple
passed
mistakes.
the longest possible route.
Advantage.
Through A main.
We do have a pot on our hands as well, though. Lose Lou.
Hate to see it. I love that guy.
3 and 14 over here on this fade. Just
to
3
see it.
rounds away.
Yeah.
NRV Opal. Just 3 rounds away from meeting Eternal Focus in the grand final.
Main fight. Akoi gets blinded, rounds the corner. Meanwhile, there's a fight inside of Market. Trades come through and walks away.
Last player standing.
Oh my goodness gracious. 2 rounds away now. NRV Opal. They want their way
Too many brain cells
into
figuring
the
them out.
grand finals.
Overthinking is just as
Which,
bad as under.
if I'm not mistaken as well, should they win here, will make the best finish of any NRV esports team within the NRV esports circuit. The only previous time was when they got 3rd place. They've at the very least tied, and now they are 2 rounds away from guaranteeing the next best finish that they possibly can. You
SD.
cannot be serious, SD.
I shot somebody.
Shaman on the walk away over through mid to be able to find that weapon upgrade as well, but just letting them pass through.
Wow.
Last player standing.
There's no hope.
Like I
There is
never
no
left.
Last
salvation.
player standing.
There's only
I have
SD.
the spike.
There's only NRV Opal. How about that? What will near inevitably be a 12-5 lead that they can ride on. They know where he lies. and he is cleaned up. Oh
Match
boy. 8 rounds in a row. There's gonna be 7 rounds. I cannot count.
Can we get
7 rounds in a row needed to force
I was about to say,
overtime.
let's get a fact check on that one.
And they're gonna have to dig deeper than they have ever dug before. Rivalry Esports staring elimination in the eyes. What have you got for us, SD, to try and put away? SD does just that! It's now left to just a 2-on-5, a 1 versus 5. Akoi can't do anything about it.
Defenders win.
A 3-0 sweep in the lower finals. NRVO Esports Opal to meet Eternal Focus in the grand finals, guaranteeing their best finish ever within the circuit. SD with 3 first bloods, ending the series with a total of 16 to his name. Going into this, we weren't entirely certain. We thought it was going to be a lot of very close games. Second map was definitely kind of getting close down to the wire, but my goodness, NRVO Opal standing up, coming out of nowhere and showing out with flying colors. You see the final score coming in once again. NRVO Esports Opal 3, Trivor Esports 0. Of course, a big GG well play over towards those boys over in blue. But I mean,
what a way to win the series. 3-0 and a very commanding map 3 as well. Looking very strong towards the end of that map. Not letting anything slip.
Yeah, again, game of runs. NRVO Opal continuing to show us that. I want to thank everyone so much for watching. I was Jace Mace, joined alongside my good partner in crime here, Zek. Thank you all once again so much for watching, and hope you all have a very good rest of your night.